coefficient. Yes. Okay, so factoring, we went over factoring the last couple of days. You quizzed on it yesterday, where it was just an x squared. Today we're going to look at where there's actually a leading coefficient. So if I look at example 1a, I'm given 4x squared plus 16x plus 15, and that's what I need to factor first. Okay, and so normally you would just start at the 15, and then you find your factors that add to 16, right? And that'd be 15 and 1, and then you'd be like, well, I'm done. It doesn't work when you have a number out front. Okay, so when we have a number out front, our first step is to take the 4 and the 15, and we have to multiply them. So 4 times 15 is 60. Okay, so we're still working backwards. We're looking for our factors of 60 that add to 16. 10 and 6. So 10 plus 6 gives me 16. That's good. That helps me. But we can't break it down into our two parentheses until after we factor by grouping. So this 16 becomes 10x plus 16x. We still have the 15, and we still have the 4x squared. Not 16, sorry, 6x. Okay, so now that looks probably more complicated than what we started with, right? Okay, but we're going to make it look easier. Whenever you have 4 terms, we factor by grouping, so we split it down the middle. So if I'm just looking at my left side, what numbers go to 4 and 10? 2. Fantastic. What's my smallest exponent in x squared and x? Just x. Okay, so 4 divided by 2 is 2. X squared divided by x gives me how many x's left? 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. How many x's do I have left? 0. Okay. Now, if I ignore that for now I go on to my right side. If I'm looking at 6x plus 15. What number goes into 6 and 15? 3. 6x divided by 3 is 2x. And 15 divided by 3 is plus 5. We're still keeping this split down the middle. So if I look split down the middle, what's the same on the left and right? 2x plus 5. Okay, so if I factor that away, then what's left?
Oh, I know what you're doing.
2x plus 3.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
How long do you have to do it?
How do we get 3?
Over the weekend?
Yeah, we'll work on it on Monday too. We've got a while.
How do we get 3?
Because we took 3 out of, that's supposed to be 15. Here. Oh, no. 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5.
Yes.
And then we've pulled the 2x plus 5 out forward, right? So it moves one away. And then what's left is 2x plus 3.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to keep doing some more. Okay, so if I look at 6x squared plus 11x plus 3, what's going to be my first step? I'm going to multiply, right? So 6 times 3 gives me 18. So factors of 18 that add to 11. 9 and 2. So 11x I know breaks down into 9x plus 2x. I still have the plus 3, and I still have my 6x squared. Then we split it. So if I split it, what goes into a 6 and a 9 evenly? 3. What's my smallest exponent? X. So 6 divided by 3 is 2x. 9x divided by 3x is 3. What goes into a 2 and 3? 1. 2 divided by 1 is 2x. 3 divided by 1 is 3. Okay, so what is the same on the left and the right? The 2x plus 3. So if I get rid of that, what do I have left over? 3x plus 1. Connie, head up. Huh? Okay. So far, so good? Yes?
It looks hard. It looks hard.
It looks hard, but it's not. Alright, so 2 times 12 is 24. Factors that add to 11? 8 and 3. Okay, so 8 and 3 are my factors, so this breaks down into an 8x plus 3x perfect. Split it down the middle. What goes into 2 and 8? 2, what's my smallest exponent? X. 2x squared divided by 2x is 1x. 8x divided by 2x is 4. What goes into a 3 and a 12? 3. 3x divided by 3 is 1x. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So 1x plus 4 is what's the same?
2x.
And 2x plus 3 is what's left over. Woo! Make sense? Yes, we're still following? Alright, so let's look at 3a then. So I'm given 4y squared plus 7y minus 2. Kalani, what's my first step?
2 times 4.
Okay. So 4 times 2 is 8. We'll ignore the negative, sorry. So we're looking for factors of 8 that subtract to 7. What are my factors of 8 that subtract to 7? 8 minus 1. Right, 8 minus 1 gives us 7. So this is like an 8y minus 1y minus 2 and 4y squared. Okay. Split down the middle. Okay, Connie, what goes into a 4 and 8? 4. Niles, what's my smallest exponent? I don't know which one you're pointing to, dear. I still don't know which one you're pointing to. If you really can't speak and you have to point, then you need to get up and come point where I can see. Why? Okay, thank you. Alright, so Kyle, what's 4y squared divided by 4y? 1y. Fine, what's 8y divided by 4y? 2. Alright, and Ethan, what can go into a 1 and 2? Negative 1, very good. 1 goes into both of them, but because of this minus out front, we have to do this minus here. Okay, everybody follows? Okay, so negative 1 divided by negative 1 is 1y. Negative 2 divided by negative 1 is plus 2. Alright, so Tana, what's the same? 1y plus 2. And then 4y minus 1.
What if they're not the same?
They'll always be the same.
So technically,
They pretty much always end up the same.
an easier way, you guys, is to find out the first numbers at the beginning.
It doesn't always work.
Second time. That's what I always do.
Alright, if that works for you, then do that. Alright, 2 more. Alright, what's my first step? Negative 4 times 5. We ignore the negative until we have to subtract. So it just becomes 20. So factors of 20 that subtract to 19. 20 minus 1. So 20x minus 1x, the minus 5, and the 4x squared stay the same. So if I split it, what goes into a 4 and 20? 4. What goes into an x? And there you go, x. 4x squared divided by 4x is 1x. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 20x divided by 4x is 5. Alright, what goes into 1 and 5? 1, but because of this minus, it has to be a negative 1. 1x plus 5. Alright, Kalani. Finish this out for me. What's the same? 1x plus 5. So what's left over? 4x minus 1. You guys want to do one more? You think you got it? You got it. Okay. That's all you're doing. You're going to work on this today and Monday. Your goal today is to get through 24. Okay?